Hey everybody, welcome to Angelic Messages for Karmic Consequences. My name is Angel and I will be your guide through these messages. Now this channel is possibly very different from anything that you've been able to bear witness to, and it's all about people facing karma for coming into karmic agreements, with demonic entities to block people from their divinity, keeping them from their path with God, and intervening with divine relationships, twin flame unions. Now, I've noticed a lot of people have given a lot of false rhetoric on twin flames unions, and we're going to get off into the other side of it when it comes to the people that interrupt the unions. We're going to read their karma, and we're going to see advice at the end for them if it's a situation that can be repaired, and if not, then we're going to see where the energy goes from there. But this channel is all about tapping into the energy of those who come in the middle of those relationships or keep people off their divine paths and guide them in the wrong directions. What happens to those people for blocking people from their divinity? So thank you for joining me on the very first episode of this show. And we're going to go from here. So, alrighty. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors of the highest heavenly order that function in love, light, divinity, and truth, I ask that you come before me and you deliver the messages that are meant for me to deliver, and not just the messages that I want to deliver. Give me the messages that will help to edify whoever is watching and seeing this, and help them to be able to get what they need out of this. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and tap into the energy. And I'm getting that this energy is about a mother and son. So, okay. I'm going to turn the lights up just a little bit, and I want to make sure that you all can see what's on the table. Okay. I don't want to make it too bright. I just want to make sure you can see what's on the table. So, energy is between a mother and son. So apparently, we're going to find out who's blocking whose energy and what the karmic consequence is for such things. Okay. I'm going to use a deck for the mother first, and then the son, and then we're going to go from there. Show me the energy around the mother, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Show me the energy around the mother. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so Two of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So it shows me already that the mother is worried about being cut out of what could possibly be a financial gain. Okay, so this is her motivation. So we see that in this equation already from the very beginning that the mother is a karmic, because she's not worried about her son, his health, his mental health, his emotional health. She's worried about being cut out of a financial windfall. justice. Okay, so this is something that she's more so concerned about bringing balance to herself. Okay, also something that can come through the courts. Bottom of the deck, the Fool, and the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So that lets me know that the mother is willing to take a leap of faith in a direction, trying to be strategic, and she's even willing to do foolish things, underhanded things, negative things to keep from losing a financial windfall that is attached to her son. Okay, that's a lot. Oh, baby, hold on. Hold on. So we got the Nine of Pentacles here. Independent woman. The mother can be a single mother. Eight of Pentacles, which talks about work. Seven of Pentacles. She feels like she's put in all this work, everything that she's invested in. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. I want to... Okay. Hopefully it makes it easier to see. Seven of Swords. So she's by any means necessary. She's going to do whatever it takes to get what she needs out of the equation. Okay, hold on. Hold on. So we know she's a single mother. She feels like she put in the work. She's trying to be strategic. She's by hook or crook, baby. She's going to do whatever it takes to make sure that she gets what she feels like she deserves out of the equation. Six of Swords. So Six of Swords represents leaving behind a toxic situation. Now, she could be trying to move on up like the Jeffersons. Oh, okay, she don't want me to get these cards in alignment. She could be trying to move on out like the Jeffersons. Move on up. Conflict and communication. So I'm seeing conflict and communication, which means she may be willing to lie, spin narratives, do whatever she has to do to move on up. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Mom is definitely on one. She's a manipulator. Okay, remember I said a windfall, Six of Pentacles. The son somehow, some way is about to come into money. Possibly an inheritance, something that's going to come to the court, come through the court, something that is, it's got to go through a legal proceeding. She's willing to do whatever it takes to make sure she gets her cut out of this situation, even manipulate if she has to. Ace of Wands. Very, very aggressive, okay? Bottom of the deck, the Hermit. She doesn't want to be cut out. She feels as if she would be in the dark night of the soul if she doesn't get what she needs to get out of her son. I don't know why she's, you know, in this energy, but let's go. We'll see. King of Wands. Okay, so her son is someone that stands out, very attractive. Also, King of Wands is not the marrying type. And when you got the Ace of Wands, that means her son can be in some very, very, you know, carnal type, possibly hypersexual energy. Okay. Page of Swords. Someone who's very highly sought after, watched by many. So, you know, he's someone that is a looker. He's popping. He's, you know, someone who is seen by a lot of people. And like I said, Mom, we know she's a manipulator. So now we're building the building blocks to the negative energy behind who's blocking whose energy. So we've got the Fool here, willing to take a leap of faith to turn a situation or manipulate it in a way that will work out for her, the Magician. So, yeah. Now we know. Mom is by hook or crook. She's going to manipulate any way she possibly can to get what she needs because she doesn't want to be cut out the equation. The son is someone who, you know, he's a city boy, okay? And she's going to do whatever it takes to get what she feels is her cut out of this situation after all the work she's put in as a single mother. Now, show me what the mom is willing to do or what she has done or what she's about to do to manipulate this situation, because we know this is going to take the son out of proper alignment for his divinity, but it's in her own way. She feels like she's owed this. Okay, so we've got the Nine of Cups of Flames. So she's very passionate about getting her wish fulfillment. Knight of Pentacles. This has been dragging on for a very long time. So this must be a large amount of money, because it, you know, for it to drag on for a very long time. I don't know if this is like auto accident or wherever this is. This is something to where, you know, they have to do a lot of work before they release this money. So she's been waiting this whole time for her son to get this payout so that she can get paid. Okay? Also, she could be someone that's in poverty. Oh, hell. Four of Cups of Flames. So, Four of Cups falling under Justice is like an offer has been rejected. Okay? And it's falling under Justice. So, whatever the initial offer is, it's not being accepted. And I feel like the mom is getting really, really antsy. She's upset because it's taking longer than she feels like it should take. The High Priestess. What are the secrets behind why she feels upset about this offer being rejected or things having to go back to the drawing board? Six of Pentacles. Baby, she ready to get paid. Six of Pentacles. She wants him to get paid right away. She knows he's going to get this judgment. Six of Wands. She needs it to move fast as possible so that she can get what she's supposed to get out of it. She's already planned to spend his money before he gets it. I don't think he knows this. I don't think he sees his mother this way. But she already has her mind on his money and his money on her mind. And in her mind, she's already made plans for how the money is supposed to be delegated and spent and what she's supposed to get and how this is supposed to work for her. The Hangman, Ace of Wands. So it's like everything was moving swiftly and then boom, she doesn't know how things are going to go. What stops her from knowing how things are going to go? Because it's like out of nowhere, it's like she feels like there's a standstill here. Mind you, he's the King of Wands. He's Mr. Make It Happen. He's very attractive. He's someone who's very well sought after. He's a ladies' man. He's someone who's considered to be, you know, a thought even. He gets around. He makes his rounds, right? Eight of Cups. Oh, okay. Okay. Suddenly it's making sense. Suddenly it's all making sense. So the mom is in her feelings because he wants to walk away from this lifestyle. He no longer wants to be out here. He doesn't want to, you know, be for the streets. He's ready to change. He's ready to trade in his life. Page of Cups. And see, Page of Cups is not just about being apologetic. It's about limited communication. So if he walks away from being out here, being random, dealing with this one, that one, and the next. She feels like she's going to lose control. He's not going to talk to her as often as he used to. Things are not going to work out the way that she needs them, the way that she needs them to. Why is he walking away from this lifestyle? Because it seems like he's taking a leap of faith and he wants to manifest something. Show me what he wants to manifest. 7 of Wands. So he's starting to stand up for himself. Okay. 7 of Wands. He's starting to stand up for himself. He's developing a mind of his own. He wants to walk away from this lifestyle. He's no longer willing to let her boss him around and control him the way that he used to. And this is making her nervous. Also, 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This isn't just about, stability. This is about him falling in love. 4 of Wands represents engagement, stability, family. That feels like he met the one, okay? And she doesn't know what to do. She has no idea what to do. This is new to her. This is something that is throwing her for a loop. Show me more. 2 of Wands. Yeah, he's made a decision and it's like he wants to move fast. This is his wish fulfillment. And this is also happening around a time where it looks like he's about to be aligned to get this money. So, okay. So mom is about to do something real manipulative, real seedy, real funky, because it looks like her son is falling in love. He no longer wants to be out in the street. He doesn't want to be, dealing with this one, that one, and that one. He's ready to settle down. And it just so happens it's around the time that he's about to, either fall in love or he's met the love of his life. And she's totally just not having it. She's not happy with it. This is not her cup of tea. This is not what she wants to see. She feels like this is going to get in the way of what she's designed for what she wants to do. Now, mind you, this is something that she has in her mind wrapped around what she wants out of an equation. Okay. So we've got the 10 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like he's being blessed with love and money at the same time. 3 of Pentacles here, relationship, union, 10 of Pentacles. He's getting money and love at the same time. He's court case, he's winning his court case, but it's like they're renegotiating for the court case. So they rejected an offer, found an offer to be unacceptable, but boom, he ends up getting this money. It's way more money than what they were offering because they renegotiated. She wanted him to just take whatever he was going to get so she can get something. And then boom, he also finds commitment. So looks like this feels like a nightmare for her. Okay, so I don't know why she's so indifferent, baby. She don't even want me to put these cards together. Okay, so now we see where the downfall is coming here. So Page of Cups, she automatically feels shut out. Like communication is not, at an all-time high. He's not talking away. He used to talk to her, or she has fear of him not talking to her or shutting her out because he's in love. Okay. So the Chariot. Yeah, he's moving on, and he's moving on fast. The Hermit. He's separating himself. And she has these fears of him getting this money and, literally running off. So even though this is his money, this is his life, whatever this is, his case, they're paying him off. Like I said, she's already made, these ideas, these thoughts in her head of how this money is going to be spent. She has all these ideas of what she wants to do and how this is supposed to bless her life. She's not thinking about her son at all. This is all about her. And now there's an interruption here that she feels like is going to mess up everything, which is this new woman that he's in love with. Okay, so the Truth and the Page of Swords. So she's watching everything and she's seeing the truth about what's going on. And this is literally like ruining everything that she's ever, excuse me, thought of, planned of, everything that she wanted. It was like in her mind, she had, hit the lottery. All these things were working out to her highest good. How could this backfire? Okay? How could this backfire? The Empress and the Emperor. Yeah, this is a twin flame union, and not only has this man found love, they just found out that they're having a baby. So this is why he wants to walk away from this life. He just got her pregnant. He knows that she's the one. Now, mind you, he was dealing with her when he had nothing. Okay? And she matches him in his energy in every possible way. He's ready to go in a new direction. Page of Wands. So now we understand what the issue is with Mom. Mom doesn't want him to go off with this new woman. She feels threatened. There's a baby. And she feels like this is going to be a loss for her. We know that she's a manipulator. She's willing to bend or spin a narrative if necessary. And she's going to do whatever it takes to get what she wants out of a situation. 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands. So not only is he standing up for himself, it's like he's becoming bold and he's fighting back, which means he had an issue with being a people pleaser. And he's never told her no. Alrighty, hold on. Now we're about to see what type of shenanigans Mom is going to get into to try to ruin the situation, what her karma is going to be. Judgment and the World. So she decided this situation has to come to an end. She has to break this up, the Tower. She has to ruin the foundation of this relationship. And she's choosing to do so because it falls under the 2 of Wands over here. Okay? So she's choosing to do so. She's called Judgment. Yeah. He's going in a different direction, which is a Tower for her. She has to stop this because, like I said, she already has plans for how she plans on spending this money. This is supposed to be her upgrade. She feels like she's owed. Somehow, some way. He's going to pay her. She feels like this is taken away from what she's owed. I don't know where she gets this from, but okay. remember, by hook or crook, she's willing to manipulate. She's willing to lie. She's willing to do whatever it takes. Knight of Swords. Here go the messages. Queen of Swords. So, you know, he knows his mom is a truth teller. Okay, Queen of Swords in the upright. Ace of Cups. He knows that his mom loves him. So, you know, he believes whatever his mom says. Because why wouldn't he? It's his mom, right? Okay, wait a minute. We gonna leave that right there. Why wouldn't he? The Tower and the Devil. Mom let she let old Satan get up under her skin, and this is where, you know, the negativity comes in, and the karmic energy comes in, because she knew he was leaving. So here it is. Now she comes with the word on the street. You know, I'm your mother. I love you. I would never lie to you type energy, right? And he believes his mother because it's his mother. Why would she lie, right? But as we can see, the Tower comes from her being in pure toxicity and demonic energy. She hates the fact that he found love, especially around the time that is so close to her getting what she wants out of the equation. Because this is ruining her plans. He don't know about her plans. These are all the plans that she has created in her head for his blessings, his come up. So, we know the truth is going to come out about mom's actions because the Ace of Swords is above it. And I've never had this much trouble with cards on the table and how they lay on the table. But this is letting me know that she's very cunning when it comes to how she hides and manipulates the truth. Okay. Show me more when it comes to his mother. Page of Wands. So yeah, he was all set to go in this new direction. He's like, you know, I'm used to being out here, but I'm ready to walk away from that. I've met my match. This is my person. I'm going to go in a new direction with my person. Okay. This is what he wants to do. Queen of Cups. This is what his intuition is telling him. Queen of Cups represents intuition. The Lovers, okay? Four of Pentacles. His intuition is telling him, you can trust this person. You can count on this person. This person is the one he's supposed to build his life with. This person is the one he's supposed to fight for, the one he's supposed to have forever with. Now let's see why he doesn't follow in his intuition. Because remember, his mom is coming to tell him something, and he figures it's true because it's his mother. And why shouldn't I trust my mother or believe in my mother? It's my mother, right? Four of Pentacles, and it turns sideways. So his mother is sowing seeds of doubt about this blessing that's coming into his life. The Three of Wands. She's sowing seeds of doubt. Ace of Cups. This is somebody he truly loves. Three of Cups. She's encouraging him to get out here, you know, continue to date. You know, you're young. You should be with, you know, multiple people. You're too young to be serious. Go out and party. And then the word on the street and the gossip. So she's telling him to turn away from his forever person to continue to be in this King of Wands energy. He's ready to turn away from that. She's telling him to continue to keep going in that because remember, she has her own ideas of what she wants to do. He hasn't figured this out yet. He knows that this person is a blessing. Three of Wands, an opportunity. Hierophant, he wants to marry this person. Death. He wants to, it's like he wants to bury the old him to come back new. But his mother wants him to end this relationship. King of Cups. He's very deep in his feelings, drowning in his emotions, doesn't know what to say. Temperance. He's trying to figure out balance through a new beginning. How can I work this out? So, wow. What ends up happening? He has to choose between dealing with multiple or dealing with the love of his life. And now here it is. He's got a lot of anxiety because his mother is telling him that he should be out here enjoying himself. He's still young. You know, you don't want to miss out on anything. Go out and party. He knows in his heart of all hearts that's where he should be. And he wants to go in this new direction. Page of Wands. This falls under the Page of Wands. He's ready to be in this relationship. She's telling him this is happening fast. You're moving too fast. But it's like God is talking to him. Strength. He knows God told him this is the person that he should be with. He can't even explain it. The feelings are very, very strong. Yeah, it's like the mom's cards do not want me to align these cards. Y'all, she don't like being seen. That in itself is a form of manipulation. The fact that I got so much going on with these cards that the cards don't even want to stay, you know, sitting here on the table. So she's drastically, you know, manipulating the situation. And you would think a mother would be happy for her son to find a really good girl, someone that he can trust, someone that he can marry, someone that's going to be stable, he can build things with. He wouldn't be out here taking chances with all these people partying with, you know, a large amount of money, but completely opposite. His mother doesn't want him to take this blessing, this opportunity, marrying this person, because he knows he wants to marry this person. Because if he marries this person, she has no control over the money. Knight of Cups. Five of Cups. She's trying to bring him shame and humiliation for the love offer and who he's chose, the devil. She's even trying to convince him that this woman is toxic and she's of the devil, or this relationship is toxic. Okay, so what is she saying about this woman? That this woman is so toxic and can't be trusted. Because, I mean, just wow. What is she saying about this woman? This woman can't be trusted. Okay, so we got the Nine of Wands and the Page of Cups. So it feels like, you know, she's going off into, you haven't really known her that long. And what do you really know about her? Y'all don't really talk like that. And he's very deep in his feelings. He's deep in his emotions. He's not really saying much. He's listening to his mother, but it's like, I know I love her. He can't really explain it to her. It's like he knows this is the one he's supposed to be with. His mother is like talking to him like he doesn't know what love is. He has no experience in love. Does she know about this child? Because this is weird that she would do all of this, and there's a child on the way as well. Does she know about the child? Okay, hold on, y'all. As y'all can see, the first time, and I know this is my first time on this channel, but it's not my first time, you know, reading, because I have another channel. But yeah, it's like she's, as you can see the way the cards are moving around, it's like she's causing all of this conflict, all of this confusion. She's stirring up everything. Even the cards are going through all types of commotion. Does she know about this baby? And is she still keeping up confusion regardless of the fact that there's a baby on the way? Six of Wands and the Strength. The Hermit. So it's like he's going to move on to something better, and she knows he's going to move on to something better. And she even knows that he feels very strongly about this. And the Strength card is my Lion of Judah card. So it's like God is involved in this, and she wants him to be single, to, you know, be by himself, regardless of the child. He wants to marry this woman. He knows that this is a blessing. This is an opportunity for him. Oh, wow. Temperance. Page of Cups. It's like the mom is guilting him. She's trying to get him to leave this situation, leave this woman, leave everybody behind, because she doesn't want to lose out on the money that he has coming. She doesn't want him to get married because she doesn't want to play second fiddle to his wife, all because of this money. And she's trying to get him to walk away from this relationship because she wants full control over him, hook, line, and sinker, so that she can spend his money the way that she wants to spend it when it comes, which is really, really messed up. Okay. I'm going to change the deck so I can tap into the sun's energy. Notice Wheel of Fortune, bottom of the deck. This is all about the money. Show me the sun's energy. So we've got the King of Pentacles. He sees himself as a provider, someone that takes care of everybody. Ace of Pentacles. So the Sun is someone that is able to generate income, and he takes care of anyone that is around him that he cares about. So there's the problem. Not that that's a problem that the Sun takes care of his family and those that are around him, but King of Pentacles represents like a husband and a provider, and the mom is used to him providing for her in her own way. It feels spiritually incestuous. She wants to keep the relationship with her son the way that it is, because he's her provider. Ten of Wands. This is, Two of Wands, So Two of Wands talks about the choice and the Chariot. He's choosing to move on. That's what he wants to do. He wants to move on with his life. He sees his ships coming in, his blessings coming towards him. Knight of Swords. So he's got messages coming in soon. And he knows at any moment soon when those messages comes in, or when those messages come in, rather, he's going to be able to move forward into his blessings. Eight of Swords. He's heavy in his mind. He's got a lot to think about. And it feels like this case that he has is something that's definitely going to set him free. He's been feeling binded and stuck to being a provider and taking care of everybody around him. And finally, he gets to move forward and live his life the way he wants to. So the Empress, which represents a duality here. His mother and the future mother of his child. The Death card. Something has to come to an end for something to begin. Now, his mother doesn't want to take a back seat to any other woman. She doesn't want her son to be in a relationship. She doesn't want him to move on. She doesn't want him to have anybody because she's accustomed to him taking care of her. What's hers is hers. What's her son is also hers. We got the Queen of Swords here. So the Queen of Swords represents a woman who can be very sharp at the tongue. She can be a truth teller, but she's definitely a communicator. And we've got the Four of Pentacles, which represents generational wealth. So everything that she talks about to this point is all about money and generational wealth. And he's starting to notice this. Okay, Four of Swords. He's ready to put a situation to rest. Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands coming behind the Four of Swords. His mother wants him to let this woman go. And she also feels intimidated by the woman because Queen of Wands is someone that's very attractive. Someone that's very magnetic, someone who's able to manifest, who's able to bring things into fruition. So she feels intimidated by this woman, okay? Yeah, Five of Swords. Mom is becoming argumentative. Six of Swords. He's starting to see this as toxic, as chaotic. He's ready to leave. He's ready to move forward. Ace of Pentacles towards this relationship with this new woman. So she doesn't even realize she's pushing her son towards the very thing that she doesn't want him to be a part of, which is the new relationship. She's focused on the money. All she wants is what she can get out of the equation. I don't even think she realizes how toxic her conversation and communication is. Strength. He's definitely getting to the point where he's starting to gather himself. He's standing up for himself. Seven of Swords. He's being more strategic. He's realizing that his mom can't be trusted. It took a long time for him to see her this way. What got him to see his mother is underhanded. Five of Cups. Public humiliation, regret. Page of Cups. So she humiliated him in some type of way, and he wants an apology. I don't feel that she's going to give it, or she wants to give it. She's someone that's very, very proud in her energy, and she doesn't like to apologize for anything. Three of Pentacles. So he's choosing the relationship. Three of Pentacles falling on under the Two of Wands. He's choosing the relationship. And the Two of Pentacles is like, she kept putting doubt in his head. He's juggling. So he was set in his mind that he wanted to choose this relationship. He knew he loved this woman. This is who he wanted to be with. But his mother has put him in such a dark, negative place about this relationship that has got him, double-minded about if he should go with this relationship. Eight of Cups. So yeah, she's coming in with gossip, and she's telling him he should walk away from this relationship. Knight of Wands. Wow. So mom is sinking real low. Knight of Wands is challenging this woman's her faithfulness. She's saying that she's out here possibly sleeping with multiple people, that she's, bending her corner. She's making her rounds. So she's, wow. The Hangman. So now she's put question into his head about if this is even his baby and if he should marry her. You should wait. You don't even know if that's your baby. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. So it's literally, the mom is the Queen of Swords. The woman that he's in love with is the Queen of Cups. And he wants to follow his intuition. Seven of Wands, and stand up to his mother and lay this situation to rest. But she's sowed so many seeds of doubt. He doesn't know if he can trust this woman because this is his mom. Why should she lie? She's telling him that you can't trust this woman. And now it's like to the point where he's thinking he's going to lay this situation to rest. And he's thinking about everything that he's invested in this situation. And here's the Tower. King of Cups. He's very, very deep in his emotions. He's drowning in his emotions even because he loves this woman, but he's not saying anything. He's struggling with how he feels. Four of Pentacles. He's very stubborn, but he realizes, like, wow, this is something that I want for life. And his mom is ruining it because she's telling him that, she's a bopper. She's a get around. You don't even know whose baby this is. Temperance. And it's literally trying. So he doesn't even know if he should give this a second chance, if he, should go ahead and move forward. He feels humiliated. He's full of regret. Like, oh my gosh. So you're telling me, word on the street is she's cheating on me and ain't no telling whose baby this is. Ace of Wands. She's sleeping with someone else. Seven of Swords. I can't trust her. I told you you can't trust her. This is the seed that mom is sowing. Seven of Wands. He wants to stand up against what his mom is saying. Eight of Swords. Heavy in his head. She's got this idea locked in his head now that she was accepting offers from other people. And this is what gets him to walk away from the love of his life. So his mom has convinced him that this woman, you don't know who all she's dealing with. Y'all don't even know each other like that. You don't even know whose baby this is. Nine of Swords. Like, he's spending a lot of nights, restless, sleepless nights thinking about her. She can't sleep. Like, mom has ruined this whole relationship, and it's all for her own gain. The Star. He wants to heal the situation and stand up to his mom. He just can't seem to think that this is the way this is going. Justice. She's telling him, well, maybe you need to get a blood test, take her to court, make sure this is your baby. Ace of Cups, he's like, I love her. I know she loves me. But now it's like water under the bridge because he's listened to his mother and messed up the relationship. So, Four of Pentacles, it's like now he's lost all stability to everything that he's invested in. Five of Pentacles, he's out in the cold. He's lost everything. Page of Wands is trying to go in a new direction. Two of Cups. So it's like he wants to go back to the woman that he's loved. He's messed up the relationship. She's pregnant with his baby. His mom has made him think this is not his baby. She sowed all of this gossip, all these negative seeds in this relationship, and really, really put this whole thing in a tailspin. So we're going to pull another deck, and we're going to see the energy from the love of his life, the woman that he cares about, the one he wants to marry. And then we're going to read Mom's judgment. Hold on. Let me change that. Show me the energy of the woman he wants to marry that's pregnant. King of Wands. Okay, so this is how she met him. She went through a lot with him because that's the way he was when she got with him. The World. Okay, so here it is. He decided to bring that energy to an end. The Lovers. Seven of Cups. He dealt with multiple. He was walking away from dealing with multiple parties. So the energy matches with her and him. He was out here doing his thing. He decided he didn't want to be the King of Wands anymore. He was walking away from having multiple options because he had met his wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yes, it happened fast. They fell in love fast, but they both made this decision. The Two of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this was a stable union. They were ready to jump head in, the Fool. Like, you know, move on faith. Because they were each other's wish fulfillment. Ace of Wands. So he may not have gone into this with the idea of love because he's used to being carnal, used to having multiple chicks that he deals with, but he fell in love with her and he's like, this is the one. I'm giving it all up. I'm going to be with her. Like, this is all in her cards. So we're getting this energy twice. It's resonating twice. And at this point, Ace of Wands, I'm passionate. This is what I want to do. Two of Wands, I'm making this decision. I'm trading in my life. Five of Cups. Where does the regret come from? Wish fulfillment. This is his wish fulfillment. Where does the regret come from? King of Swords. Okay. So, King of Swords can be very rough and aggressive. He said something he had no business saying. Knight of Wands. Remember I said mom had him thinking that she could have been sleeping with other people. You don't know her. You don't know this. Knight of Wands. So he's thinking, you know, about what his mom said. He said some crazy stuff to her. Mind you, she's pregnant. And this brought the end of a cycle. The world, the sun, everything went from being happy to judgment. Full exposure. Five of Swords. Said he said something he shouldn't have said. Arguing. Two of Swords. End of the relationship. Got cut off. So he disrespected her in some kind of way because he was upset. He was saying things to her that he shouldn't have said in this argument due to what his mother said to him. Not anything he saw, but the gossip that his mother brought to him. The Magician. Yeah, this happened really fast. He, you know, mother was telling him he was being manipulated, but it was like this was manifesting. He wanted to apologize. Page of Pentacles. But it's like at this point, what can you do? Like, Page of Wands. It's like now it's like, how do we go in a new direction? Page of Pentacles. It's like he wants to start off small, so he messed up really bad. He really disrespected her due to what his mom told him. The Devil. Ace of Wands. So here it is. He's being toxic because of this BDE energy. Mom telling him that she was sleeping with other people. She had secrets. The High Priestess. Mind you, none of this has been proven. Seven of Wands. And it's like he regrets not standing up for her. She stood up to him, and it was like he instantly felt like trash. He felt stupid. But he couldn't tell her that he felt that way because he was going off of the energy that was pumped into him from somebody else. So how do you tell her you tweaking on her, you tripping on her because of something that was said to you by someone else? Wheel of Fortune. Here's the money. Justice coming through the court. That was going to bring a balance. Hangman. Remember I said that the case was going to, you know, be stalled out because they, you know, refused a certain offer. The Death card and the Temperance. So it's like all of this is happening at the same time. And it's like now the relationship has come to an end. He wants balance through a new beginning. The Moon, he doesn't know what to expect. Six of Swords. Baby girl said, you know, I'm going to move on because you're being toxic. He didn't expect her pregnant to move on and leave him. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, now he's realizing he breadcrumbed her. Knight of Wands, because he believed what he was told about her possibly being out here dealing with other people. Knight of Cups, accepting offers from other people, juggling him, cheating on him. And he put judgment on her due to what was said. Now, we got a Sun here, Judgment, and Knight of Cups. So that means something exposed. Is the word on the street true, or was this lies? Word on the street true, or was this lies? Hierophant. The Tower. He realized this was somebody he was supposed to marry. He ruined the whole foundation, arguing with her because of his mother. His mom manifested the whole destruction of this relationship. Yeah. He wanted to propose to her, but it went from realizing that this was the one, this is who he was supposed to be with, to them fighting. So it's like, here it is. She's sitting here trying to figure out, how did we go from we're getting married to fighting? Six of Wands, we're supposed to move forward, you know, in blessed energy. The higher, you know, the high priestess, I can't understand what happened. The Tower, Five of Pentacles, now we're out in the cold. We're not talking. And it's like, out of nowhere, he pops up with this money, and he gets out here and he starts feeling himself, and he leaves her behind out of pride, listening to his mom. Does he go back? Does he go back, or does he leave her with this baby? Nine of Pentacles, the independent woman. He leaves her with the damn baby. But here he is. He's in anxiety. He's not able to get over the thought or the energy of the fact that he left her behind. But you're a coward at this point, because you left her to be a single mom, listening to your mom. What type of mother would want you to leave your child behind over a Wheel of Fortune? Wow. Okay. Ace of Cups. It was all over the love of money, but it's like he realized he actually loved her. Two of Cups, she was the love of his life. Queen of Cups, he's deep in his feelings. King of Cups, like he can't get over her. Page of Swords, he still watches her. But Queen of Swords, she's not dealing with him because of how he talked to her. He came at her in the King of Swords. So it's like, damn, you know, I'm not able to come close. I'm not able to talk to her. She's angry with me. So everybody's estranged at this moment. Seven of Pentacles. He's thinking about everything he's worked on, everything he's invested in. Three of Swords. She's heartbroken. They both keep sitting up thinking about the past and how things happened, how they moved along. He's heartbroken because he thought that she accepted an offer from another man. He judged her for what his mother said. She's heartbroken because she's like, I accepted you and you went out here and was dealing with multiple people. Now she's like, I've had enough cutting you off. I'm tired of confusion. Three of Wands. He's realizing after she cut him off, she was a blessing. So was she cheating? Four of Swords, laid this to rest. Five of Pentacles, left her in the cold. Was she cheating? Two of Swords, cut her off. She was telling the truth. She wasn't cheating. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Damn. The Star. It's like now he wants to heal this situation because he realized that she was a wish fulfillment. And she wasn't lying. She wasn't lying about being pregnant. She wasn't lying about this being his baby. His mother was the liar. Damn. So let's switch this up. Let's switch this up. I'm gonna ask one question before we clear the table. Pull another card and switch this up. How do we find out that mom's a liar? Eight of Cups. So here it is. Walking away from someone. The truth came to light after they walked away from each other. How did it come out? Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, King of Cups. He gets his money. He's deep in his feelings. He walks away from her. Wheel of Fortune, the Sun. It gets exposed after he gets his money and he's walked away from her. How does this get exposed? An argument. Five of Wands. Excuse me, Five of Swords. It gets exposed through an argument over his money. The Hangman. Now he feels stupid. He don't know how to move forward. Him and his mom get into an argument over the money after he gets his money, and it comes out in the argument that his mom lied. Page of Cups. He's so sorry, but what can he say at this point? Confusion on how to move forward now that everything has been exposed. The Sun at the bottom of the deck. Page of Swords. He's watching her, and it's like, damn, now the relationship is dead. It's over. Ten of Swords, the ultimate betrayal, and it was over financial stability. Death. Lost the love of his life because somebody was stubborn and wanted financial stability. The Lovers, justice and strength, and the Devil. So he realizes that, you know, his mom was obsessed with him getting his money from this court case. She wanted the upper hand, strength. Ten of Cups. She even conspired with family members to tell this lie. Hierophant. God himself. He realizes he should have just went ahead and married this girl. He shouldn't have listened to his mother. And now the situation has come to an end. So it's like his relationship with his mother has come to an end. There was a, Lord, they got into a huge argument. Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. People threatening to fight each other over these secrets. The High Priestess and the Emperor. So here it is. The whole time, he actually was the father. Because the mom, remember, the mom told him he didn't know who the father was. It was a secret who the father was. Three of Wands, this baby was a blessing. Now it's been illuminated to him that he was the father. He messed up everything. He ruined the relationship. Listened to his mother. His mother was greedy. She was only concerned about herself and the money. The Tower and the Star. So he doesn't know if he can repair this. The Tower is like, I feel like I ruined everything for good. Like this is over forever. Oh yeah, so there ended up being a fight after this came out. Judgment, the Nine of Pentacles. So you judged her as a single woman, a single mother. You lied about her. Two of Pentacles told me she was juggling me. Nine of Swords had me all in anxiety, all in my head, thinking that she was cheating on me. The Fool. I made a foolish decision, took a leap of faith. Switched up on her, started treating her different. And it's like, now I want to heal this situation. I can't get any rest. I can't get any sleep. I have to get her back. The Magician. He's working on manifesting, getting her back now that this has come out. Now that the truth has come out. The Hermit. Yeah, he's separated from his mother. That's his wish fulfillment. He don't even deal with her now. Knight of Wands. You know, in and out if he sees her. It's like he sees the truth. Like literally, Knight of Wands. You told her that she get around. The Sun, the truth, it's been illuminated. He knows the truth now. And this is somebody he really loved. This was his wish fulfillment. This was his ultimate Wheel of Fortune. She meant more to him than the money. All his mother was worried about was the money. All this confusion. His mom, excuse me, she wanted him to deal with multiple people and to move on from this girl so that she can keep control. Now it's clear to him. Suddenly it all makes sense. He wants this relationship back. This relationship is his wish fulfillment. Man, it's crazy. Yeah, King of Pentacles. He wants to marry her. Four of Wands, King of Pentacles. Excuse me. Like my throat got really itchy the moment I said he wants to. He's ready to go and propose. He wants to marry her. Lord, mama feel like she got sawdust in her throat. She choking me. Page of Cups. He's ready to go apologize. So look at this. Oh shit. I didn't feel like I had to cough until I got to this point. He's got the money. He's ready to go and apologize. Oh. Heartbroken because he moved on. So now, mom is heartbroken because he's moving on. He's leaving her behind. The Empress, here it is. His wish fulfillment is to be with the love of his life. Mom is heartbroken. My God, my throat just got dry. Out of nowhere, my throat just got dry. Ooh, his mom is sick about it. Like, what do you mean you gonna still go and marry her? Knight of Cups. He has all these regrets. He's ready to go and give her an offer, the love of his life. Two of Wands. He made this decision to bring things to an end, but bring things to an end with who? Strength. Yeah. He's trusting his instincts. He's going with God to go towards his wish fulfillment. He's ending a relationship with his mother. Oh, he's going after his wish fulfillment after all these regrets. He's thinking about how he talked to her. King of Swords. Five of Pentacles. How he left her in the cold. Emperor. That was actually my baby. The devil. I was ugly. I was nasty towards her. How could I treat her like that? And she was actually carrying my baby. Ten of Cups. She's my family. And I can't even trust the family that I come from. Seven of Swords. Yeah. Mom is cut off now. King of Wands. What is this? King of Wands. Four of Cups. Yeah. She wanted him to refuse the offer to move on. To stay in his head. To be stuck in this non-committal energy. Three of Cups. She wanted him to continue to party. The mom, so that she could always have the upper hand. Ace of Wands. Things happening fast. Eight of Wands. Faster than she expected. Four of Wands. She just knew she was coming into this money, this financial stability. Queen of Wands. All she had to do was tell him this woman was a hoe. Queen of Wands in reverse. And that's what brought it to an end. But now it's backfired. And it happens swiftly. Because now, out of nowhere, mom gets exposed. Suddenly, it all makes sense. The truth comes out. And there's balance through a new beginning after all these secrets. The moon. Judgment. Mom is facing judgment now. Now she's in heavy anxiety now that she's been exposed. So, damn, Ma, you did all that lying to get to the money, and you end up getting exposed. This is his baby. He finds out she wasn't with anybody else. He wants to marry her. He finds out you lied. He got his money. And your biggest nightmare, he cut you off when he got his money. Oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Now, that's part of mom's karma. That's part of mom's karma. She got exposed. The family members that help her to tell this lie got exposed. He doesn't trust anybody in the family. He sees them for who and what they really are. He's got deep regrets around how he treated the love of his life, listening to his mother. He never thought his mother would have told these types of lies. So we're going to pull one more deck, and then we're going to be done. Mist of Shadows Tarot. Let's see the karma that mom gets now that she's cut off. Let's see the show mom's karma. Uh-oh. Let's see mom's karma now that she's cut off. How does life go for mom now that she's cut off? Oh, wait a minute. Card almost escaped. High Priestess. Ten of Wands. The Magician. Oh, baby, wait a minute. So, I want y'all to see this, okay? Mom employed a high priestess. So, you would think after she's gotten caught up doing what she was doing, she would quit, right? No, mom takes this a step further. Hire someone to do spell work to turn things in her direction. Page of Cups. Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. So it's like now her money is slowed down. She's considering her options. Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The weight of the world is on her shoulders. She needs somebody to give her money. And even the High Priestess is apologetic now. The Star. Okay. The Star represents healing. Star represents healing. Empress, Nine of Wands, and the Tower. So Nine of Wands, the Tower, the Empress, the Five of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like now she's playing the victim now that everything is falling apart. It's like she's acting like, well, I didn't know. I thought that this was this. The conflict in communication. She's blaming everything but herself for the lies that she's told. She's trying to make it seem like she did this out of good faith. The Magician. No possible way. So now she's talking about how she wants to manifest healing, but it's all in a manipulative energy. The moon is still secrets behind, this situation. And she's trying to hide that she's going through all of this after making a foolish decision. She's got herself in a situation too heavy for her to get out of. Three of Swords. Heartbreak. Okay? The Heartbreak card. So, over this Knight of Cups, over this offer. Hold on, because I want to make sure y'all can see what's going on here. There we go. So she's got heartbreak. Everything is falling apart for her. Nine of Wands, like I said, she's playing the victim, the Tower. Her whole foundation is over. The Empress. Once she found out this girl was pregnant, it ruined everything for her. Seven of Cups, she had to consider her options. She was told that she should have walked away from the situation, but her wish fulfillment was to do what she felt like she needed to do for the family. She knew that this was going to be a wish fulfillment for her son. She was warned that she should have stopped. She should have quit. She should have walked away. But she drugged this out. She brought 10 of Wands to the Page of Wands. She should have went in a new direction. But she brought a world of hurt and made the situation unbearable. Kept dragging this whole Knight of Wands energy that brought heartbreak, talking about this woman sleeping with other people, the Queen of Wands. So this is what it was. She was jealous because this was a very attractive woman who was able to, manifest things on her own, because the Queen of Wands is not someone who depends on others. She's attractive, but she's a manifester. She's someone that can make things happen. And she tried to make it seem like because she looked a certain way, she had to be using her looks to get what she wanted. She had to be, pretty much a trick and a tramp because she was attractive. So the mom was jealous of this woman's looks. Ain't that about something? Jealous of this woman's looks. Caused all this complication because she felt like she was too pretty to be faithful, allegedly. So, yeah, she wanted her son to stay in this King of Wands energy and remain to be, foolish. Show me the energy now that they're gone. Now that she's left behind. Four of Swords. Mom is sick now. Her karma is, being sick, convalescent. And here's the thing. It's so sad because she's been so dramatic and she's made up so many stories. Nobody believes her now. Strength. So it's like, she's got to pull her way through this. The Hermit. She's by herself now. It's her and God. Page of Pentacles. She wanted, she put this woman in a position where she was forced to have to work throughout her pregnancy and so that she could keep a hold of her son's money. That's diabolical. So this woman was supposed to be on bed rest throughout her pregnancy. She couldn't even be on bed rest because the mother put her in a position to where she had to work because she lied to her son. Now that her son has turned her loose, now she's sick. She's convalescent. She's on bed rest. And it looks like she's going to need she's going to need money for her medical bills. But her son is no longer dealing with her. Five of Pentacles. Yes, she's in poverty. She's trying to, Knight of Cups, Two of Swords. She's trying to offer or extend an olive branch since her son cut her off because she's in poverty. Death. Yeah, it's like this relationship is over. And she's been told that, her illness is worse than what she thought it was going to be. She's afraid that she's going to die without talking to her son. And she's going to die poor. Four of Pentacles. She was stubborn. She wouldn't stop. Two of Swords. This is why she got cut off. She's juggling with what she, feels like she needs to do. How she needs to handle this situation. She's hoping her son has a heart and that he finally talks to her. The world. Relationship is over with the mother due to all the secrets. She's trying to get balance through a new beginning. Temperance after this argument. Four of Pentacles, because she needs financial stability. So it's not that she's necessarily sorry for what she did. She's broke. Without her son, she has no financial stability. Yeah, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. She's been juggling ever since he got into this relationship and left her behind for the Queen of Cups. He chose the love of his life over his mother, but his mother lied so bad that he doesn't feel like he can trust her anymore. He doesn't want to be bothered with her. Yeah, he's moved on due to all the secrets, the Moon. It happened swiftly. The mother didn't expect it. He switched up and he chose to follow his intuition and go with the Queen of Cups. The Lovers. Yeah. This is crazy. He went back. They secretly eloped. They ran off and got married. Mom wasn't invited, didn't even know about it. And now she's sitting up sick, mentally, physically, emotionally. And she's broke. And she's cut out. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, he got his family, he got the money, he got the blessing, he got the love of his life. The mom, being the karmic in this equation, she lost her son, she lost the money, she has no access to her grandchild, she's sick, she's in poverty, she has spiritual debts, and her son wants absolutely nothing to do with her. And that was her karmic consequence for trying to ruin a relationship that her son got into that was the love of his life. He almost lost this woman forever. Damn. Any final messages? Any final messages? Any final messages? Can him and his mother rekindle this relationship? Can they go back to being a family as whole? Him, his wife, his mother, and the new baby? Or is his mother permanently out in the cold? King of Pentacles, that's him as a husband, as a provider. Seven of Wands, he's standing up for himself now. Judgment, he's not allowing his mother to get edgeways in. Okay, because of the messages that she came in with, that she told him in the past. So, Four of Pentacles, yeah, he sees it as an ultimate betrayal. He walked away from her. Seven of Pentacles, excuse me. He's thinking about everything that she invested in, the lies that she told. The Chariot, he's moved on. So, that's that. He wants nothing else to do with his mother. He's cut his mother off indefinitely, and that's a karmic consequence. She has to go to her grave knowing that she ruined the relationship between her and her son. She'll never be able to be around her grandchild, and she only has herself to blame. So this is my first episode of Angelic Messages and Karmic Consequences. And I thank you for all your viewership and support. Have a wonderful evening. And y'all, it's time for me to go to bed because it's late. Thank you so much for your viewership and support.